Hello, everybody. It's Greg Elwood. Sorry, tech issues. So many robot bags of dicks. So many robot bags of dicks. Oh my goodness. That was a lot. That was a lot to interact with. That was a lot to deal with. Restarting this, restarting that. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being patient. I really appreciate it, folks. I really appreciate it. Hello. Hey. What's up? What's up? Hey, hi. Hello, everybody. Oh, these robot bags of dicks were driving me insane. We're almost at 71,000 subscribers. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. What's this one say? All right. Oh, brr, brr, brr. Sorry, everybody. Oh, so many robot bags of dicks today. Where are the robots? The CIA, probably. Hello again. Hello, Ember, Joe, Backyard, Maddie, Farkas, Garvey. Third time's a charm, truth to tweet. Hello. Thank you, William. I will try to keep picking at Green 2020. You rock, Graham. Thank you, Victory Gin. Hit the like button. Aaron Sky, Bryson, Horsley. Hello, truth to tweet. What's up? Yeah, third time is a charm. Oh, God. Kawhi. LPS YouTube star, you're doing great. Thank you so much. Hello, you guys are all. Hello from Australia. What's up, Aziz? What's up? You're watching from work, right on. Hello, Alex M, Chris Garrett, Concerned. Truth to tweet, thanks for going live today. I missed Sundays. Yeah, I know. I used to, Sunday was like, I did every Sunday for like 3 years, and then I just kind of stopped, and I woke up this morning and was like, oh, let's give it a shot. And then when I was having the robot back at Dick's, part of me was like, maybe Sunday is cursed. I don't know. Oh, it's just such an endless whatever. And I just, when in doubt, reboot everything. I rebooted the camera, I rebooted the Wi-Fi, I rebooted the fucking boom, the computer. Hello from Canada, what's up? Hello from Motown, hello. I'm here for the technical difficulties and the vegan guns. Well, you got both today. Look at that. What horrible shit is on the agenda for today? Oh man. Granny petrol that like button. It's tough being in the CIA. They only hire bastards. Hello, free thinker. What's up? Green Party 2020, shave your knuckles for justice. That's a great way to support the show is what Green Party 2020 is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the dollar icon. Start the whole shit over indeed. Fist bump. Boom, 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 boom. Zachary Tietjen, what's up, Zachary? Shave your knuckles for justice. Told my MAGA friends that Obama Dems are basically GOP light, and they laughed at me. Asked my struggling mom if she thinks you can make too much. She said no. That's funny. Everyone pray to the vegan gods that Sundays go smoothie for Graham. Nice, truth to tweet. Can Granny Petrol be a friend of Jane Banks from Mary Poppins, and that's why she loves oil? The chimney sweepers. Yeah, I think that's it. Hello from Arkansas. It's so cool when you guys tell when everyone says where they're coming in from. It's really cool because you guys can't see this, but just on the other side of the camera where I'm looking is my desk, and I have a map of the world, which I love looking at maps of the world, and especially when I do a stream like this, and I see where everybody's from, I can see Australia, I can barely see the Hawaiian Islands, I can see Canada, I can see all over the US. So it's really cool to look at this map and know that we're all kind of part of a global community. I thought Grandma hung himself with a paper t-shirt for a while, yeah. Oh, man. Ohio, what's up? Thoughtfully by nature. Live and direct from Baltimore. I don't pronounce the T. I do the correct pronunciation, Baltimore. So I can see Baltimore on the map. I love when Graham said I should have just stayed at the fucking beach. I was surfing today. It was windy, but it was fun. And I was like, I gotta get back and shower and do the live stream, which I was excited to do, and I shaved. And then when there's tech problems, are vegan guns protected by the Second Amendment? Decidedly not. These are a threat to Second Amendment people. Maps are cool. I've been to 48 countries. Dan from Pennsylvania. What's up, Dan? Hello from Mexico. Victory Gin, you're in Mexico? That's so awesome. I've only ever been to like border towns in Mexico. I really want to go. I hear Mexico City is pretty awesome. I know there's like crime there and stuff, but I hear it's pretty awesome, and I hear they're a digital nomad city. I might be taking this show on the road, kids. I can do it anywhere. I just need good internet. So, Graham, please correct this. Maxwell is not in the same prison as Epstein. Oh, okay. Really? I thought they were. I guess I'm mistaken. My fault if that's the case. Graham can see Russia from his apartment. Absolutely. I can see Russia from my apartment. What's up, Mona Carmona? Little Rock Elevators. Good afternoon to you. That's old Mexico. Mexico City, amazing, amazing, amazing. Right on. Pennsylvania, Mexico City is incredible and huge. 25 million people. Street food is incredible. Ooh, I want to go. I barely speak any Spanish, but I know if I lived in a Spanish-speaking country, in a month, I'd be on it. You know, like I'd be squared up. Andres Torres, what's up? Shaver Knuckles for Justice. Haven't seen breakdown of polls showing Biden up. Yeah, it's weird. Anthony can see Canada from his house. Funny. John Chow, what's up, Johnny? Shave your knuckles for justice. Biden's brother has shady property deals and a house on the Water Island, U.S. Virgin Islands. Political article. Google map. It looks right at Epstein's island. Gee, what a wacky set of coincidences. That's a weird... No, it's probably all just coincidences. We know we can trust Joe Biden. It's not like Epstein victims have named him. Oh, wait, they have. Oh, weird. It's not like there's all these videos of him being a creep, acting basically like a pedophile. Like all these doctors and researchers are like, oh, that's how pedophiles act when they're around children. He just can't help himself. He can't help himself. God, what a filthy bag of shit. I heard if you badmouth the Clintons, you end up committing suicide with a paper towel. Yeah, that's... push hard for ranked choice voting in your local district. Absolutely correct on that one. Hit the like button, citizens of Gotham. Good day from Toowoomba. That has to be in Australia. First of all, you're saying good day. And then you got all these... I'm guessing those are like Aboriginal names. The Bawalunga and all that stuff like that. We'll look up Puebla. Mona Carmona, what's up, Mona? Good to see you on the chat, sweetie. Yeah, that's the other reason I hadn't done Sundays in a while, and I know I try to like shake up the times. I mean, I've been, since the whole pandemic, I've been going live basically 5 days a week, 4 on YouTube and 1 on Rockfin. Rockfin I always do Monday nights. And so I've taken a couple full weekends off. I'm trying to do two days in a row off. But I don't know. I might go Sunday through Thursday. Take Friday, Saturday off. That sounds like fun. Sunday through Thursday. I got to talk to Lee Camp because Fridays work for him in terms of doing government secrets. Oh, episode 2 coming out Monday. Government secrets. Episode 2. Mona Carmona, hey Graham, how are you? I hope well. Just wanted to drop by and tell you I love your content and you're so amazing. Definitely one of my faves. Thank you so much, Mona. It's really sweet. And all the support I get from you is really awesome. I always don't do well with being attacked by robot bags of dicks. I have a short fuse for that. Other things I'm very patient with, but tech shit this is how Skynet is going to take us over. So I appreciate how supportive all of you are. It's so cool. You know, I'm very blessed that I get to do this show and that I have awesome fans like you. And I'm lucky that I get to live at the beach and everything. And, you know, and that's also, these are dark times. I mean, these are dark times. It's just the quarantine blows, obviously. They open stuff up and now they're shutting stuff back down again. And it's sort of just like, I think it's going to be like this for another year. Hopefully they'll find some kind of therapy. And then there's just a lot of darkness in the world, man. There's this brutality and racism and war and mongering. It's really gnarly. I see a lot of glimpses of hope. I see a lot of like, oh, shit's changing. I see some stuff that's like, makes me feel like, all right, maybe people are finally waking up. Yeah. And then I see stuff where I go, oh, okay, that's cool. The human race is done. All right, yeah, we're punching out? Okay. We had a good run. So I'm trying to stay as positive as I can. And I always try to look for the positive. I always try to look for the good news. I always try to look for those kind of things as best that I can. I really, really try to do that. And yeah, because I just know that if to me personally, but this is true for any of us, if we just dwell on all the negative, then you'll go nuts and you'll just feel like, oh, the world sucks and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm trying. And, you know, I'm trying to do more comedy stuff. I'd like to do more scripted stuff. I know you guys asked for more Granny Petrol and Shimshays, and I will try to do that. Goddamn, it's been like over a week from the last comedy show. I usually pull those clips out from the comedy show. I'm also just trying to have a balance because like this, I can get burnt out. I mean, I'm grateful I'm working. This is cool. It's just a lot of work and I'm all alone doing this. I mean, I have a producer now and she's great. She obviously works remotely. And she's awesome and she's grateful. And she's grateful for the work. I'm grateful she's helping me. I got a little bit like of the IDL money to help pay for her, but literally we're talking about a couple $1,000s, which is great. It's better than nothing. And yeah, it's just, you know, and I woke up today just feeling a little bummed out, a little down, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go surfing. And I did. Just being out in the sun just always helps. I went on a super long bike ride yesterday, rode all the way to downtown LA. It was an hour and a half bike ride. It was rad. And I love living in a city that has bike lanes everywhere. But yeah, so anyway, thanks, Mona. Sharing is caring. You know, it'd be cool if everybody just put in the chat how you came across my show. Whatever, it's you saw me on Jimmy Dore or you saw my YouTube or whatever. Just YouTube recommended a video or you used to follow my comedy, or you saw me open for Doug Benson, or you used to watch Comedy Film Nerds, or you, whatever. Just put in the chat. Tell me how you found me and this show. You saw me on social media. Just put it in the chat real quick. It's just a cool little. I just want to see how everybody. Yeah. Okay. Rob Morgan, don't burn out, Graham. Your work is important. Thanks, man. I gave you and Lee Camp a shout out on the 4.4 million video. I found you through Jimmy, live shows, right on. Jimmy Dore, Jimmy, saw you on Jimmy. Awesome, Jimmy, cool. Right on. Nice. Jimmy Doe, right on. Nice. Nays Garden sent me. All right, Nays is new to the thing. Right on. Cool. Found PB through Backyard Politics. Right on, Backyard. You're the best. Feature on somebody else's channel. Found your channel after Epstein was murdered. No, he didn't. He hung himself with a paper t-shirt. He was just really distraught. He was like, oh my God, I've been such a horrible person. I'm going to hang myself. And at best, I think when you hang yourself with a paper t-shirt, that around the neck like caused some interference with the cameras and it ruined all the video footage. I don't know why you would be suspicious of. You're just too cynical. Saw you at a White Sox game. This is when I threw out the first pitch, like in 2003. Right on. Wandered as I discovered all you guys online and social media. Grapevine, cool. And then through Ron, I found you. Awesome, Ember, cool. Roland de Montague, hello. Ron and Jimmy. Sam Dean found me through Grindr. God damn it, Sam. I needed that. It was perfect time. Perfectly timed. Yeah, Sam and I met through Grindr. It was cool. I just went on Grindr when I was in Melbourne. It was awesome. I'm not gay. I'm not making fun of anyone that's gay or anything. I love everybody involved with different walks of life, but that was just fucking funny. Tinder or Bumble would have been funny, but Grindr's even funnier, man. That was a fucking brilliant joke. Oh, shit, Sam. God damn it. You always know how to bring the funny in here. Kanye held a rally event in South Carolina today. Oh, is that how you heard about me? No, I'm kidding. What's up? Annabelle is here. I like the video with Rosie talking about the economics of Bitcoin. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I've known Rosie for years. Saw you on a Chris Wallace interview. That's cool. I love Guru Graham, right on. I went to Grindr High. It's high school exclusively for gays. I found you from Darianne's Instagram. That's right. Oh, yeah, just the name Grindr is funny, of course. That's cool. Oh, Graham, yes. Look for the good. Have you heard Jason Mraz's song? Look for the good. It's amazingly positive. Absolutely. Hello, Annabelle. Graham, as an Irish American, are you supporting Biden? Yeah, I gotta support Irish guys. Dear Lord, no. No offense taken. Thank you, Victor Jin. Little Rock Elevator, Strip Poker, and Cram, 2 awesome game shows. Oh, right on, man. I knew you were real when I saw your Epstein reporting and I saw Jimmy Dore and you guys. Cool. Live. Awesome. I saw you on Jimmy Dore's show and was very inspired by your loss of your house. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Jimmy, that's Jimmy, man. He would he would always push me to tell that story on the show. And it was really emotionally difficult to do at first. Now I can just talk about it, but he kept pushing me. And I give him credit for that because I didn't want to talk about it. There's a lot of, I felt shame and embarrassment and especially like, part of it is just our culture as like, as a man, I got to make money. And if I'm a failure and whatever, man, anybody, male or female, can feel like a failure if they lose their home. But, you know, you found me from Sean Atwood. Oh, wow. That's cool. Sean Atwood mentioned me? I got to get Sean on the show. Oh, wow. You saw us at Thalia Hall. That's awesome. Biden is his own husband. Mona let me do. All right, right on. Can we just all thank Jimmy Dore for helping us find Graham? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Have you heard Pelham High School? I have not. Graham, do you have footage of your basic cable game shows? I mean, literally on like VHS tapes or something. If you search Graham Elwood strip poker, Graham Elwood cram, there's clips on YouTube for sure. Just if the first time you've ever seen me is like doing this show, I need to brace you for Graham show Elwood, Graham show, game show Graham. But you didn't lose your home. Obama gave your home to the bank. You're right. It was more of a charity. I just felt bad for these banks. They're barely getting by. And I was like, God, they need my home. If they can sell my home for a profit, then we'll keep these little mom and pop businesses going. You're correct. And Obama said, hey, are you up for helping America by doing this? And I said, you're right, Mr. President. Take my home. Thank you so much for rephrasing that. Graham, I ran across you when I saw your name in the NSA database. Okay, cool. Thank you for being honest. Beta or VHS? I have VHS tapes and some Beta Max, which was like the professional grade videotape that they used. It was a higher grade than VHS. Fuck Nick Cannon. We can all say that. That's cool. High Plains Drifter. Sean Atwood, one of the premier limited hangout outlets. Ryan Dawson is a real version of Sean Atwood. I don't agree with everything Dawson says, but on the issues of Palestine Epstein, he goes deep. Well, that's cool. I know a little bit about Sean just because he's gone super deep on Epstein. Like all of us. I think it's kind of like all of us in the Epstein space are sort of aware of each other, whether we've talked to each other or not. But I need to talk to him because, man, Atwood has gotten some like intelligence people on his show. Atwood's like, he's awesome. High Backyard Politics, serious stuff going on in Portland. Yeah, man, watch Backyard Politics. She's doing some awesome work, and shit's getting real in Portland. It's pretty gnarly, man. I got family up there. It's scary. John Coyne, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. 127 likes. Let's get the like button up there. We got 209 people watching. I've been waiting for someone to go live to keep me sane. Thanks, Graham, for your work. I hate the world I live in. Yeah, John, thank you for supporting the show. And that's part of the reason I do this is obviously it's good for me and my mental health. It's also, my job now. But I want to like be a voice of reason for everybody if possible. And just come at you from a human standpoint rather than some sort of like giving you the news you can trust. Lean in, Brian Williams, eyebrow up. I support war, whatever. So that is the thing I love about this format is it's just me talking. And, I'm knowledgeable about certain things, but we have a conversation. I love this. This is like we're having a global conversation with 314 people right now, which is cool because I've learned a lot from all of you. So yeah, I dig doing it. It's good for all of us because I think too, like, especially being sort of we're all. I'm assuming I know some people have different points of view, but for myself, like being, and many of you can identify with this, being a whatever I want to call myself a lefty, anti-war, pro-labor, socialist, progressive, whatever you want to call it. you feel like, I feel like I'm going insane. Watching this country makes me feel like I'm going insane. The Trumpers are obviously nuts. They just will not listen to any, they see this guy being a jackass and they won't do anything about it. But then the neoliberals refuse to call out the awful shit that Obama did, that Biden did, that the Clintons do. I mean, they just refuse to do it. And you feel crazy being in this space. And I've talked to, all my friends, Jimmy, Ron, Steph, Lee Camp, we all have these conversations like, God, this isn't that hard. But people are just so dug in their team thing, I voted for Obama, so he's my guy. And it's just like, and they can't discern the difference between like a crazy smear and a legitimate criticism. They're calling Obama, he's a terrorist, he's from Nigeria, his fake birth certificate. Those are all racist bullshit things. That's saying, someone from Hawaii is not a real American, someone from Nigeria is not a real, that's all racist bullshit. But saying, hey, these are just facts. When you say facts, he dropped more bombs than Bush. That's a fact. I'm not making that up. That's not a conspiracy. I'm not pushing some nonsense. That's a fact. He dropped more bombs than Bush, which means he killed more people in the Middle East than Bush. Now, idiot Trump is on pace to drop more bombs than Obama, which is horrific. And the Democrat Congress is giving him more money for war. So that's the other thing. They just won't. They're stuck in this thing thinking like Trump and the Republicans are Trump's the first bad, corrupt president we've had. And it's like nuts, man. And everyone was flipping out when Trump was, kids, families are getting separated at the border. And rightfully so. That's an awful, awful thing. But that started under Obama. He deported 3 million people. And it's just like, it's so hard. You feel like you're going crazy. You feel like you're going crazy. And living in this country, I feel like I'm going nuts. So anyway, thanks, John. Because that's the other thing too. Like I'm going live to communicate with you, and so I don't go. But if nobody showed up, I mean, I first started doing this 3.5 years ago. I started January 2nd, 2017. It was about a month after that, right around February or so, I started going, the live stream super chat thing kind of was taken off with YouTube. And I was like, oh, let's try this out. And I started going live. It was Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday, which was like February 2nd or whatever, 2017. I was like, I didn't want to watch the Super Bowl. And I went live instead as counter programming to the Super Bowl. That's the first time I ever went live. And it was awesome. And it's just but if nobody showed up, if I was still at, 6,000 subscribers or even 10 or 20,000 subscribers, if I hadn't grown past that, if it took me, I'd be like, this isn't working. It's not paying out. I can't do it. There's no one who gives a shit. There's 6 people watching. I'd be like, well, this is a waste of my time. This isn't, but so you keep coming, you guys keep showing up, you keep spreading the word. You hit the like button, you donate super chat money, or you just put it on your social media. I get if anyone's money's tight, I understand that. And so thank you. Thank you for supporting what I do. Thank you for giving me a reason to show up, Anthony, Graham, I've been saying abolish Homeland Security. Oh, great point, Anthony. The video coming out of Portland is insane. It's insane. These security guys just show up and we're finding out they're border patrol or homeland. So what? Do we need all these police agencies? We need Homeland Security. We need the FBI. We need the border patrol. We need all these. It's nuts. Even just sitting out on the beach here, I look at all the money spent. All right, so there's lifeguards. Great. That's a great use of public money. We should absolutely spend money on lifeguards to train them, to have them out there, to make sure people can go to the beach and it's safe. It's the ocean, currents. It's, I'm a very good swimmer. I'm a surfer, but I like knowing that there's a lifeguard there. And especially people who are bringing their kids down here, that's a great use of money. Then there'll be like a Coast Guard helicopter will go by. Okay, it's the coast. Whatever, 50, 100 miles out, it becomes international waters, fine. Okay. Then there's a Los Angeles County Sheriff's helicopter that goes by. Okay, I guess. Then an LAPD helicopter goes by. I'm like, how much how much law enforcement do we need? And then military helicopters go by. And you know how much it costs, like thousands of dollars just in fuel to fly one of these helicopters. How many of these people do we need? Like, how many agencies need helicopters to fly over? It's just like, that's all public money. We need lifeguards and the Coast Guard, maybe? Maybe that's it? I mean, what does LAPD need to fly overhead? What are they doing? I mean, that's kind of insane. Federal government is the biggest parasite. Yeah, the Patriot Act got rid of habeas corpus a long time ago. Oh, 12 miles off the coast makes it international waters? Good to know. Please look into the Pilgrim Society, okay? Protesters are the excuse, but total control of states who won't fully submit is the real reason for the flexing, in my opinion. Could be, man. Could be. Protect the elites from the populace, yeah. Wanchat, there new. Boom! Thank you, Wanchat, for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Cheer. Cheer indeed. Cheer the vegan guns, folks. Cheer the vegan guns. Emblemed fate. You're making Gotham great again. So to liberals, it's okay to be racist if they're Russian. Yeah, I know. That whole is so nuts to me. The neoliberals are like, no more racism. Okay, great sentiment to have. Russia's evil, Russia. I remember on my movie podcast, like when I came back from Russia last September, some Canadian friends of mine, and I was talking about, oh man, Russia was cool, the people were nice, and it's not anything that I thought it was. And he was like, oh, did you ask them why they just let their government hack our elections? I'm like, you think I should blame the Russian people? First of all, did Russia hack our elections? I don't think so. But even if they did, why are we mad at the Russian people? Are the Russian people mad at us because we're bombing Yemen? Maybe they should be. 85,000 plus children are dead in Yemen. Our tax dollars are going to do that. Our tax dollars are paying to murder people. I'm like, Russia, or like, and it's coming from neoliberals, like Democrats are like, Russia. They're all mad at Russians. And I've talked to Russians that live in this country, and they're like, Ron Placona and I did a show in Miami a year ago. Sold out. It was awesome. And this Russian guy came up to us after the show, and we were talking and joking with him. And we even did some videos where he was like, I am Putin's puppet. But then he started talking to me a little more off camera. And he kind of started to get tears in his eyes because if he said to take all this shit. Yeah, and so-called woke liberals are giving him shit. And he's like, I'm just a Russian guy. What the? I don't like Putin. And what? And it's Rachel Maddow pushing that shit. Oh, openly lesbian, rainbow flag Rachel Maddow is pushing this racism towards Russia. It's fucking nuts, man. When I was in Russia, so many people were like, why are you here for work? I was like, I've never come. I wanted to meet people. I'm doing a couple comedy shows and I want to, and they were like, so like welcoming when I told them that. They were like, oh, thanks. Like they all just felt like they're just like, God, all America does is talk about how awful we all are. And it's like, no. So, they're living in war. Orwell's 1984. I know. Graham needs to borrow Ron's mic. I got a mic, I ordered it, but they're all back ordered, so I'm not going to get it till like the end. Oh, God. I ordered it July 2nd, and they're like, you'll get it the first week of August. 5 weeks for that. Yeah, Victory Jin's giving Rachel Maddow the finger right on. Where are bomb making jobs? Oh. Thanks, Annabelle. Doing okay. How are you? Yeah, it's great to see you guys some of you become friends, which is really cool. Harry C. Smith, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Dude, what's your email? Got some UFO info to send you. Just go to info@grahamelwood.com. That's through my website. grahamelwood.com, you can follow all my social media, which is @GrahamElwood. You can buy my merchandise there. You can donate through the PayPal button. I have a P.O. box. However you want to, some people have written me letters and stuff to communicate, however you want to do it. Thanks. Hey, Mayors. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice, hey, Mayors. Will Pelosi be calling in? It's National Ice Cream Day. Did you see Convo Couch covering the Nancy won't debate protest at her house yesterday? Love you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they said they were going up there to do that. I did not. Man, Convo Couch, they're so on it. I mean, they're like fucking getting after it, man. They went up to the Chop. They're going up to San Francisco. Like, they're on it. They're just like Pasta and Fee and Johnny are just so, I'm inspired by what they do. They're so rad, man. They're so rad. So rad. Andrew Dwyer, 366 people watching, 179 likes. That means many of you have not hit the like button. Do you not like yourself? I want you to like yourself enough to love who you are so you can like this show. You see what I'm saying? You got to like yourself. Hit your own like button first, and then you can like the world. Because if you're not happy with who you are, it's all right to cry. Crying gets the sad out of you. That's from the album Free to Be You and Me, which came out in the 70s. It's beautiful. Rosie Greer was a professional football player, sang the song It's All Right to Cry. Warmed my heart. It was one of those songs you heard as a little kid. I saw him in person about 10 years ago, and I almost burst into tears. And he was like, I can tell he was like, oh, no, another one of these It's All Right to Cry kids from the 70s. No, I'm exaggerating. He was very nice. I bought the mic. I forget the Sennheiser. It's the one Joe. Literally, they said this is the Joe Rogan mic. Jimmy uses it. Joe Rogan uses it. It's not cheap. It's an expensive microphone. And I'm going to have it on an arm, but it doesn't have this lounge feel that this microphone has. The kind of microphone that a man gets when he sings a little late night tunes. Andrew Dwyer, I know you're done with the Dems, but have you been following Jen Perlman's campaign? From what I've seen, she seems impressive. No, I had Jen on the show last year. And I know someone who works on her campaign, who also worked on Tim Canova's campaign. So, I got faith. I mean, like, I interviewed her. It was a great interview, and I support her, and I've retweeted stuff from her, and I hope she wins. Look, I would love for her and Shahid Buttar to win. I mean, if Wasserman Schultz and Pelosi got knocked out, that would be awesome. Maybe that would open up the stranglehold, that would free up the squad to actually be the progressives that they claim to be. I don't know. I hope she wins. I'd love for her to win. If I lived in her district, I would vote for her. I don't. I also don't have a lot of faith in the Democratic Party. But, if these old entrenched, corporate Democrats get knocked out, maybe some change can happen from within. I don't have a lot of faith in it, but that's not a critique of Jen Perlman or Shahid Buttar. That's just they're fighting a very awful battle, an uphill battle. I hope they win. I really do. But as I've said on this show, the real change that's happening is happening on the local level. It's like that video I did about the Asheville, North Carolina City Council voted to approve reparations for African Americans. It's stuff like that. That's where the change is going to happen. It's Kishwama Sawant, who's a socialist on Seattle City Council. It's city council. It's local, getting real socialists, real progressive, Movement for a People's Party, DSA, getting folks like that in these city council. It's going to have to happen on a local level. I would love it if Perlman and Shahid Buttar won. It'd be great. But the real change is going to come on the local level, and it's going to come with like boycotting. I talk about voting with your dollar so much on this show because it's so relevant. I'm using this as an example. I've used this numerous times, but it's important. The Washington Redskin mascot. I've talked about that. I did jokes in my act. It's on that First Nations Comedy Experience, which is you can get on Amazon and Pluto TV and Vimeo. I did this joke making fun of the NFL and having it's a racist mascot. It's a racist mascot. People have been saying it's a racist mascot for decades. What happened? Because of all the activism coming out of George Floyd being murdered, which was awful, the silver lining is people were really waking up and they're demanding it. It has to be these hardcore demands. They put pressure on FedEx. FedEx has a huge multi-million-dollar, if not billion-dollar sponsorship deal, not just with the Washington Redskins, but with the whole NFL. So people pressured them. We're going to stop using FedEx. We're going to just start using UPS or whatever. And FedEx pressured Snyder, the owner of the Redskins, who said, oh, it's part of our history. He said, I'm not changing it. He said that repeatedly, I'm not changing it. Oh, when FedEx said they were going to pull their money out, suddenly he's willing to listen and he's going to change them. And that's something like that. The mascot got changed like that. Because people went in the streets and scared the ruling class, which are NFL owners, are the absolute ruling class. They're all billionaires and big multi-billion-dollar corporations like FedEx. That's the significance of that. So when I talk about these things, as I've been saying on this show about voting with your dollars, I want you to see the connection when we all get unified, why important boycotts are. The ruling class doesn't give a shit about your morality. They don't care about your equal right. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care about anybody. They don't care if somebody gets killed. They don't care if you died at their factory. They don't care if their product murders anybody. They don't care. They don't care. Obviously, many of them participate in the raping and selling of children with sex trafficking. So they don't care. All they care about is the money. So you have to hit them there. You have to hit them there. And when you pressure, and so be creative. Look, that going after FedEx, that was like, okay, here we go. Get on social media, start a nationwide boycott of a company. Start boycotting Amazon. Start a nationwide, everybody gets rid of their Amazon Prime. Everybody stops shopping on Amazon until Amazon unionizes all of its employees, including Whole Foods. Everybody, what if 10, 20 million people stopped using Amazon? Jeff Bezos would wake up. Getting back to the NFL, I want to talk about this, why it's significant. The NFL, like any sports league, is dependent on younger, mainly young adults becoming fans, right? How does the NFL, like any sports league anywhere in the world, make its money? It makes its money from ticket sales. It makes its money from people buying merchandise, jerseys, hats, whatnot. And it makes money on ad revenue from people watching TV. And now, like all the sports leagues, it makes a lot of money on streaming services, right? So you pay whatever, 100 some bucks a year, you get to watch all the games, whatever it is. Each league has this now. So the NFL has been this has been out for the last like 4 or 5 years now. Millennials and now Gen Z are the lowest percentage of new fans. So every generation prior had a huge, because NFL in America, that league is the most profitable of all of the leagues, right? Sunday, Monday Night Football, the Super Bowl is the most watched sporting event in America. So millennials and now Gen Z are like, nah, don't give a shit about the NFL. Don't care. And all the stuff that's come out, CTE, the brain damage thing that they covered up, they did a movie on it that was starred with Will Smith, who played this actual doctor that discovered it, right? The domestic abuse thing the NFL didn't give a shit about. They covered it up until Ray Rice, there was video of Ray Rice beating the shit out of his, I think either wife or girlfriend. But domestic abuse has been rampant in the NFL. Some of it has to do with, the connection was linked, like one of the symptoms of CTE is people become, whose brains have been injured by that, they don't know it, they become more violent, irritable, whatever. Just football in general, you're training young men to just be violent, to knock that guy in his ass, to hit that guy as hard as you can, to run at that guy full speed, to drive your shoulder into it. And then and then of course they're going to be violent at home. So they didn't give a damn about that. And then it came out. The video came out. right? They didn't back Kaepernick. That was the other thing that really pressured. Part of this was when everybody started protesting after George Floyd was murdered, and all 50 states had protests. I'd never seen anything like that in my lifetime. Maybe some stuff happened like this in the 60s and 70s, but I've never seen all 50 states, in multiple cities in every state. City, big cities, small cities, mid-sized city, everybody was protesting all over the place. And they said, we're done, we can't have it. And then everybody started going, this is why Kaepernick was taking a knee. He was taking a knee because putting the knee on the neck of George Floyd that ended up killing him, he was sick of it. And the NFL didn't back Kaepernick. And all that whole argument came back again, only this time the whole country was like, NFL, we're done with you. And all these young people I've seen at the protests, they're not going to an NFL game. So the NFL is going to start losing billions of dollars. There's a line in that movie called Concussion. That's the Will Smith movie where he plays the actual doctor. I forget the real doctor's name, who discovered CTE. There's a line in that movie where this guy goes, if this gets out, all it's going to take is 10% of mothers to say their sons aren't playing youth football and the NFL will be done in 20 years. And the NFL is looking at the writing on the wall. I played high school football. I used to love the game. It's great. I don't have kids of my own, but if I did, I wouldn't want them playing football. One of my nephews wants to play it, and I said to his dad, several years ago when he wanted to play, I said, you shouldn't let him, it's dangerous. And my brother was like, no, all right. I'm not the dad, I'm the uncle. I just gave my opinion, there's not much more for me to do. But I wouldn't recommend anybody's kid play football. I wouldn't. Oh, the helmets are safer. I wouldn't. So the NFL is hemorrhaging money. And now that just tens of millions of people were protesting what happened to George, and they're continuing. The protests aren't going away. It's been 2 months now. The protests are continuing in cities all over America, and the cops are responding, of course, with more violence. But big laws are being funded. People are saying defund the police, and people are really asking, how in the hell is Kaepernick not? Nobody offered him a tryout. So the NFL, in particular, Roger Goodell, he's had to call it, and NFL players have spoken up, mainly black players. The white players need to speak the fuck up too. White players in these big sports leagues, you have to speak up. You have to speak up to other white people. And so this is happening. So this is why get local, making real change locally, and voting with your dollars, and the pressure you can put as a group of people. That's how this getting rid of the Washington Redskin mascot, they were forced to for economic reasons. That's the only thing they're going to respond to. And the NFL, is sitting there going, oh, we're going to have games this fall with no stands, nobody in the stands, and the economy's going to be hurting. Even diehard NFL fans are going to be like, I can't afford the 100 whatever the membership is for unlimited games all season. I can't afford that. People are canceling their season ticket. They're canceling subscriptions. They can't do that. So the NFL is going to be out of business in about 5-10 years. So they need to give Kaepernick a job, because the NFL, I used to watch the NFL religiously. The bullshit excuse, oh, he's not that good of a, is a lie. If you're just a mildly competent quarterback, you have a job in the NFL. Right? I was a Bears fan. The Bears had Jay Cutler. He sucked. They gave him $100 million. Everyone needs a good backup quarterback in the NFL, because the quarterbacks get hit really hard. The idea that Kaepernick couldn't find a job anywhere in the NFL is bullshit, and it shows that all the owners got together. They're all white. There's like one black owner in the NFL. They're all white billionaires, and they said no one's hiring him. He took a knee. Oh, and the military owns the flag. No, the military doesn't own the flag, and the military doesn't own the goddamn national anthem. So all of the NFL's hypocrisy and its racism came back to bite it in the ass. And now they're trying to change this mascot. Which I'm glad that they are, because it's offensive to Native American people. It's offensive to anybody. Redskin is an offensive name. It's an offensive name. So this is why voting with your dollars, I've talked about it on the show, canceling your cable. If you're paying for cable, you're giving the corporate media your money. If you're watching their free app, haha, you know, you want to save money? Cancel your cable. Boycott. Vote with your dollars. I use the United States Post Office to ship all my products because they're union labor. And the Republicans have been trying to kill the post office for decades. Because companies like FedEx spend money to do that. They want to get rid of the post office so that we can privatize everything and make it more expensive. It's bullshit. The post office is socialist. Everybody gets it. So that's what I think of that. Boom. 231 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Down with the militarized industrial complex. You got that right. This pandemic sure has got me into soccer, being able to see it played live. Yeah. I watched a MLS game last night. I watched the El Tráfico between the Galaxy and the LAFC. Because I go to MLS games. I live in LA. And it's cool. It was live. It was cool watching a live sporting event, you know? If I cancel all of my shit, how do I watch you? Well, keep your internet. Keep paying for internet. What I do, I don't pay for cable. So I have internet. Obviously, I spend money on really fast internet to do the show. And I have an Apple TV. And Pluto TV is a free app. It gets it's like all these network TV shows and all this stuff like that. And then, you know, you can subscribe to this show on Patreon or the YouTube one or whatever, Rockfin. That's how you do it. Taco Tuesdays will not be Spanish Sandwich Tuesday. That's fine. Urgent follow, like, share, copy, and paste Graham Elwood on all social media platforms. Thank you so much. Sam Dean, what's up, Sam? How you doing down under, brother? Good to see you on Grindr. Melbourne quarantines a bunch of people in a hotel. Security guards are hired to keep people from leaving, so the guards start having sex with the quarantined women and spread COVID when they leave. What? For real? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Yeah. Post office will come to my house practically free and hand deliver a letter. Mandatory masks anywhere outside home across Melbourne. Okay. Rage of the animals. Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Like just to listen. Thank you, Rage of the Animals. Right on. That's crazy, Sam. That is crazy. Did you upload that video when you rode through Santa Monica and spoke about how it's up to us to change things? Did I upload that video? I think I did. I uploaded a bunch of videos that whole week of the protests and where things got violent and the military came out. So I think I did. Yeah, if you go back to that So that's the last week of May, first week of June when I did all those. Wait, don't tell me. I still think we should deliver a series of vacuum tubes across the country to deliver mail packages. Like Brazil. That's a great movie. Last American Vagabond, the face mask lie exposed. Interesting. John Coyne, shave your knuckles for justice, John. Do you think people on the left should start being armed? Oh, man. I'll answer that in a second, John. Creative experience. If you want to see Portland cop tear gas coming through my window, I upload a video of it on my channel. Oh, wow. Go to Creative Experiments. Thanks for sharing that with us. Thank you, High Plains Drifter. I think the left should be armed. You know, I read something that 3 million guns have been sold in this country since March. And all those guns, it's terrifying. I don't think Americans realize, be they right, left, or whatever, first of all, there probably are already people armed on the left. There's people armed everywhere. Everyone's just scared buying guns of all walks of life. But I worry that all these people who are untrained have guns. They went to what? They took a gun class and went to the range and think they know what they're doing, and let alone think. I don't think Americans realize. But Americans don't. Americans don't, unless they served overseas. They do not understand what a combat situation is like. They don't understand what a war zone is like. Americans have never lived in a war zone. They don't know what living in a war-torn country looks like. It's awful. It's horrific. And so everybody owning a gun is... it's gnarly. I don't think Americans realize it. Yes, we have a highly militarized fascist police department, and now we're sending the military to arrest American citizens, which is literally against the Constitution. It's awful. A friend of mine had a gun. It's like, Graham, you know, I got an extra shotgun if you want it. I'm like, are you ready to kill another human being if they're like trying to come into your house to get food or whatever? I don't know. I just people think that it's like some video game or it's like a movie and I'm just gonna kick ass, lock and load, and bam, bam, say something pithy, wrong address. It's horrifying. I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Iraq. It's horrific. If everyone's just got a gun shooting each other, and there's cops and military and everything else, it'll be hell on earth. America will be a fucking nightmare. It'll be hell on earth. We'll be living in abject fear. Everybody will have PTSD. People will overreact. There'll be all these random violence, and people who are untrained or just own a gun are just going to be scared. Ah, bam! You know, like that couple in Missouri, that Karen lady comes out with her gun. You really want her to have a gun? If someone would walk to her and go, man, I'm sorry, I just need, bam! She's just going to shoot somebody. You know? The car breaks down, you're walking down the street, you got to walk, your phone dies, you're walking down the street at night to find a gas station, and she comes out, who's there? Sorry, ma'am. Like, bam, bam. She's just, you know, that kind of shit's going to start happening more and more. It's awful. So that's my thought on that, John. It's not like a simple solution or answer, but guns have one purpose. That's to kill. That's it. People are like, oh, it's a tool. No. A hammer is designed to hammer a nail. You can use it as a weapon. It can be an awful, brutal, violent weapon, but that's not its purpose. A gun is designed for one purpose. That's to kill. Shoot a bullet as fast as possible to go through and kill. That's what it's designed. Point, shoot, kill. That's it. Cars kill people. Cars are not designed to kill people. They have all these safety measures. You even have to take a driver's exam. You don't even have to take a driver's exam. You don't have to take an exam to get a gun. 10-day waiting period, background check, that's it. You should have to take a test. They should have to do a psych eval on you. They should go through your social media. Yeah, the Second Amendment people don't know how awful the Wild West was. Yeah. And that NFAC, NFAC, that armed black militia, which I totally understand. If I was a black man in this country, I'd be like, shit, I think I need a gun. I want to ask these white Second Amendment people, like, it's my right. Okay. A bunch of black people have guns. Are you cool with that? Because I haven't seen the NRA come out and show those videos and go, yay, support our Second Amendment brothers and sisters of all walks in life. It's like, oh, we just thought only white people would buy guns. You got all these armed militias. You saw that in another country, you'd go, oh God, this country's set to pop. That country's set to pop. Hey, Mayor, shave your knuckles for justice. Abolish federal income tax. They'll still find more money. Yeah, I know. We shouldn't be paying federal income tax because the Federal Reserve just creates money to fund all their wars and nonsense anyway. And they take our tax money and just, yeah. Sam Dean, shave your knuckles for justice, Sam. Hit the like button, folks. 426 watching, 261 likes. Remember when Trump, T-Rump bragged about the size of his hands? Ah, those were simpler times, man. Oh, I know. Didn't it seem like that was 5 years ago when that was during the campaign and he was like talking about the size of his dick on look at my hand during the debate. And it was just like, what a joke, this guy. What a ridiculous joke. Yeah, those were simpler times. Hey, Democratic Party, if you would have let Bernie win in 2016, we wouldn't be here. Thanks. Thanks, Hillary supporters. Thanks, people who refuse to acknowledge the crimes of the Podesta emails, who, when Debbie Wasserman Schultz was fired by the DNC, she was immediately hired by Hillary Clinton. Thanks, folks. Thanks, neoliberals. You're the reason we have Trump. Nay's Garden Show. Come watch Graham on my channel this week. Yeah, I'll be on Nay's show this week. Sindaloo 2. Shave your knuckles for justice, Sindaloo. NFL only pro league without guaranteed contracts, of course. Best players get signing bonuses, but every other player is treated like spare parts with no security, completely systematically racist. Yeah, it's a primary. It's 85% black, I think, that league. The players have the worst deal, and their bodies take the biggest beating of any professional athlete's body takes a beating. NFL players, oh my God. You ever met a guy that played in the NFL? His fingers are all broken. They hop. It doesn't matter what position they played. Their bodies are trashed. Knee surgery, just... I remember seeing Mike Ditka, who played with the Bears in the 60s, and I think 70s, walk. This was in the 90s. He was at some signing or something like that, and he got up to walk away, and it was painful to watch him walk. And I've heard all these NFL players talk about all the painkillers they take. A lot of them get hooked on painkillers. It's brutal, man. Second Amendment people completely fucked up the Second Amendment. It wasn't made to use against your neighbors to sit in a circle jerk with the tyrannical government. Get that right. Farkas Garvey, what's up, Farkas? Shaving knuckles for justice. Wouldn't it be kind of funny if Biden was president? He might. In a way, I'm like, look, I'm not going to vote for him, and I live in California, so I have that luxury. If you live in a swing state and you feel like you need to vote for him because Trump's evil, I get it, man. No, whatever. It's all good. If Biden wins, I'll be like, okay, good, Trump's gone. And if Trump loses, I think he won't step down and we'll have a constitutional crisis and all hell will break loose. That's what I think. But if Biden does win, I'm going to be like, okay, neoliberals, okay, vote any blue will do. Now what? Here's a guy who said he's not going to defund the police. Here's a guy who said he wants a middle ground on climate. Here's a guy who said he's going to train cops to shoot him in the leg. Here's a guy who said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You ready? Here's a guy with ties to Epstein, just like Trump, just like the Clintons. Then what? Here's a guy who can't form a sentence because he has cognitive decline, because he has dementia. Okay. Yay, Trump's out. Okay, now what? Now what? Now what? Who's going to be in his cabinet? If Bernie and Tulsi and AOC are in his cabinet, okay. And we're still going to play that. We'll keep giving progressives table scraps, and maybe in 2024 or 2028, we'll have a progressive vice president who will maybe become president in 2032. And by 2036, maybe, oh yeah, right, the planet's over by now. Thanks, good luck. Godspeed. Zan Cassell, what's up? Thank you for supporting the show. Trump has been questioning ballots, and now Biden is claiming intel is telling him Russia is compromising the vote. Bush versus Gore is going to seem quaint. Oh, I know. I'm telling you, this November is going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. $279 likes, folks. 429 are watching. We got to get those likes up. Hit the like button. Do it. Do it. Luke, hit the like button. That sounded more like Eddie Vedder trying to be Darth Vader. That's Ron's character, isn't it? I can do a better Palpatine than I can a Vader. I'm afraid the shield generator will be quite operational when your friends arrive. The best villain of all time. Emperor Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. He's got the lightsaber right there and he's tapping it. You want this? Go ahead, let your hatred flow and strike me down, boy. Like, he's awesome. He's a great villain. Oh, Sam Dean, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Melbourne moves into phase 4 restrictions. Mandatory masks on Thursday. See, that wasn't very difficult, now was it? Things got bad, we responded. Oh, Australia with its science and logic. You must hate freedom. All the non-mask people, just wear a mask. Just, come on. And maybe Last American Vagabond has some side, but it's just like science and medicine has been saying this for a long time. So the reason a surgeon wears a mask is, and the whole surgery team, there's an anesthesiologist and all these people, is right? So the reason they all wear masks when they do surgery is to protect the patient, first and foremost, and themselves from infection, or do they all just hate their freedom? They just gave up their freedom. John Coyne, John, thanks for supporting the show. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. I'd rather step in dog crap than vote for a rapist any day. Yeah, I won't. I cannot. I will not. I'm a survivor. I will not vote for a rapist. I'm just not. I will not. I couldn't look myself in the face and do that. I'm sorry. And people like Trump is an existential threat. Yeah, but you Democrats put him there. Bernie Sanders could be our president, and the Democrats cheated him twice, and then Bernie just gave up March 15th. So I'm not doing that. I'm not. I refuse to. So, My town just closed 9 polling stations, and it's a very white neighborhood. We are not in my backyard. Types. I emailed People's Party about it, and no response yet. Ugh. Soon we'll have anti-mask protests. Where we breathe one, we breathe all. Perfecto Fleur Zero. Shaving knuckles for justice. I'm Iraqi and can't ethically bubble in Biden's name. Trump has become the evil villain the media created. Biden equals less fascism, more wars. I give up. Yeah, I know. I know. These are our choices. These are the two choices. Trump, who is a joke of a president. Well, and the thing I would like to ask some of his his supporters, I'm like, he hasn't kept one promise. He said he was going to pull us out of all these wars. He keeps bombing. He said he was going to help the working man, bring jobs back. He gave a $1.5 trillion tax break to billionaires. Where are all the jobs? Where's all the making America great again? Where's that? Where's all that he said he was going to do? He keeps bombing. He's increased the war budget. He hasn't given anybody a damn thing. He's just a complete idiot. He shut down the pandemic, the pandemic task force 2 years ago. And then we got Biden. Signed the 94 crime bill. Well, wrote it. It was signed into law by Bill Clinton. Two great Democrats. So liberal, those two. Was vice president when Obama gave the banks $1 trillion and let almost 6 million foreclosures happen. Helped us go from 2 wars to 7. Was also vice president during the deporting of 3 million people and the building at the cages at the border. This is the This is it. This is the guy that's so much better than Trump. Unreal. We have such a broken shit stain of a political system. These two fuckbag parties. Sorry, bad language. Arrow 312 likes, everybody. I'm not too worried about the political stuff because climate collapse will render it all pointless. In Granny Petrol voice, but Graham, there is a choice. You can choose between a crypto or proto-fascist. Yes, those are good choices. A crypto or proto-fascist. See, you got to pick the lesser of two fascists. I like that. Larry's Summer should be on the tip of everybody's tongue. Watch the clip on YouTube, why face masks don't work according to science, then tell me you disagree. All right, I'll watch it, but it's just, why has medical staff been wearing face masks for all these years? Why do they do it? Sam Dean, what's up, Sam? Shave your knuckles down and die. Sam rhymes with Tim Tam. So, in a nation of over 330 million people, the only 2 candidates are cognitively challenged, elderly racists. Yep. Best nation on the planet. That's the best America can produce. The 2 best choices are two old guys who are racist with cognitive decline, who also have all this evidence that they're creepy sex guys. Remember, folks, slightly less racist than mega racist is still very racist, period. Yeah, I know. I know. It's a complete farce. America is a joke. And it's going to go under. I don't know. Fauci's dirty and so is Trump. Yeah, they're all filthy. Medicare for all would save Trump and the Republican Party. I know. And imagine, if Bernie was the candidate right now, he'd be campaigning all around going, I'm going to give you Medicare for all. I'm going to give you student debt forgiveness. I'm going to give you UBI. You're going to have the best healthcare on the planet. We're going to up the testing. We're going to get through this COVID. I'm going to give you money to get through it. Don't worry. If we have to shut down again, you'll be taken care of. It'll be okay. We're going to cut the military budget. You know, free college. Don't worry. We're going to get through this. And everyone would be like, oh, that's the guy. That's the leader we want. But he quit. Pick the lesser of two rapist corporate warmongers. Yeah, great choices. I've done this joke in my act. I've done this in my act. I'll say it again on this show. Imagine you say to your significant other, honey, it's date night. We need a babysitter for our two small kids. The only two babysitters to choose from are a pedophile and a meth head. I would go meth head. Kids would have activities, shaking, stuff would be fun. Maybe they'd get some face tattoos. It'd be good business. You would never do that. You would never have those are the two choices for the babysitter of your children. You would never let that happen, ever. But the president, the most powerful person that's in charge of the biggest military ever and the world's biggest economy, well, it's probably second to China's economy now, but still, it's fucking unbelievable. And he'd be killed by the bankers like JFK. 328 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. John Coy, Johnny, how are you? Shaving your knuckles for justice, Johnny. It's Game Show Graham, ladies and gentlemen. Picking up the super chats before we go to the bonus round where the points double. And the cash is rolling. It's the Political Vigilante Game Show. I voted for Obama twice. Don't feel bad, so did I. I used to think Bill Clinton was a great president. I used to believe this BS narrative of the Dems. I hope I'm not the only dumbass 55-year-old who fell for that BS. No, John, you're not. I know somebody who fell for that too. Me. One of the reasons I started this show is I just was like, felt like I was like, God, I fell for this bullshit. I just think Bill Clinton wasn't that bad. I mean, I didn't vote for him in 96. I will say that. I voted third party. And I voted for a libertarian candidate, actually, in 1996, because I was like, well, Bill Clinton can't beat Bob Dole. No, I thought Obama was great, and, you know, all the criticisms of him from the Republicans, I just was like, that's bullshit. And a lot of the criticisms from Republicans were bullshit, because they can't criticize Obama for being too easy on the banks and bombing too many people, because that's what Bush did. So it's just like, so they had to create these ridiculous long-form birth certificate, he's a Muslim terrorist bullshit. They had to create that narrative because they couldn't create him for the things that he was as good as Republicans at doing. And yeah, don't feel bad. We're all victims of being born in this insane propaganda machine that is the United States. We were all born in it's like growing up in an alcoholic home. And the crazy alcoholics that run the home do all this crazy bullshit, and you don't know it's crazy bullshit because that's all you know. And then you get older and you talk to somebody else, or somebody that was in an alcoholic home that went through a, you know, Al-Anon recovery program or something, and you go, yeah, my dad would drive me drunk to school. I thought that was normal. No, that's not normal. You're not supposed to drive drunk. You're not supposed to drive your children drunk. That's awful. You're putting your kids in danger. I had no idea. You didn't know. We didn't know. We were told there's these two different parties. They're so different from one another, and you got to pick one. We're told all that. Obama ran on, I'm going to get us out of Iraq and Afghanistan. He ran on an anti-war platform. There was a thriving anti-war movement in this country when Bush was president because he lied about weapons of mass destruction. He tried to conflate 9/11 with Saddam Hussein, which was bullshit. And he preyed on people's racism that just, oh, all those Muslims over there are terrorists, which wasn't true. And the media wasn't there going, hey, wait a minute. We backed Saddam in the Iran-Iraq war in the 80s. No one, Americans have no historical context, no nothing, because we're taught bullshit. We're taught lies. We're taught Christopher Columbus was this nice man that discovered America. He was a fucking genocidal rapist pedophile. He's horrific. We're taught that the first Thanksgiving was this wonderful, loving dinner party between indigenous people and the settlers. No, it wasn't. It was we took the land, we turned them into slaves, we murdered and raped people, we brought slaves. It's awful. We've all been lied to. We were told America won World War II. We did it single-handedly. The Russians kind of helped. Really? The Russians lost somewhere between 20 to 25 million people. The majority of those were civilians. They got bombed the shit out of. They got starved in the Stalingrad blockade, which is now St. Petersburg. It was horrible. We've all been fucking lied to, man. Everything is a goddamn lie in America. We had Japanese internment camps during World War II, which was used just as a land grab. We preyed on people's racism and stole land from Japanese people, mainly in the West Coast. Saudi Arabia is our allies. Really? How come they were the majority of the bombers in 9/11? How can we sell them weapons? Everything we know is a lie in this country. We've all been lied to. And the red staters, they've all been lied to. They've all been lied to. The conservative racists, they've been lied to. The blacks and Latinos stole their job. No, they didn't. Billionaires stole their jobs. Because Fox News and CNN are very skilled at keeping working class people divided. We've been told that socialism is evil. Capitalism, the free market, is really what makes people flourish. It makes CEOs flourish. It makes billionaires flourish. We've been told, how are you going to pay for it? With school and with housing, with everything. Healthcare, how are you going to pay for it? All these other countries have it. Yeah, but it's awful. We've just been told lie after lie. We've been told America's great. We're the greatest country ever. The CIA has script approval on a lot of Hollywood scripts, the big budget ones, the Marvel movies, stuff like that. We've been lied to at every turn. We've been lied to at every turn. And some people are waking up. There's no systemic racism. Yes, there is. The 13th Amendment, on down the line, all these laws have been written. There's Klan members who are chiefs of police. We defeated the Nazis, and then we brought a bunch of them over here to help with our science, with our rocket, our space program. You don't think they infected some of their fucking crazy ass Nazi occult demon worshipping shit? Why is there an Illuminati symbol on the back of the $1 bill? Why is that there? What is that there for? We've all been lied to about everything, about fucking everything, man. Which I get why people are like, oh, the moon landing was faked and the earth is flat. Because when you think everything's been lied to, so then you just got to question everything. The moon landing happened and the earth is round. The Holocaust happened. But all of this American exceptionalism, most of it is bullshit. Most of it is bullshit. Look at both Kennedys were assassinated. There's still all this mystery surrounding that. There's still all these questions on even the Bobby Kennedy assassination. He was in this hallway, they heard gunshots, and it was, oh, Sirhan, Sirhan. There's all this mystery around it. It's... So yeah, John, and shave your knuckles for justice again for supporting the show. In a normal society, you, Jimmy, Kyle, and Pappy Chulaman would be mainstream. It's extremely frustrating what the mainstream media is feeding our parents and grandparents. Yeah, it's insane. Look, man, I watched Tulsi Gabbard last year on Stephen Colbert, right? In the 90s, in the early 2000s, Daily Show, that was the hipster, cool show, and Stephen Colbert was part of that. The Colbert Report, which I thought was hilarious. It was just a mockery of like Bill O'Reilly. He was calling Tulsi Gabbard, who I'm very critical for bailing out and supporting Biden. I think she's a sellout, but I backed her a lot. And she would get smeared. That's why I backed her, because who was smearing her and why they were smearing her and how they were smearing her. Stephen Colbert was repeating State Department talking points in an interview on a late night comedy talk show. And you identify, oh, he's a comedian. I laughed at his show. Like, I identify. I mean, he's a cool guy. So, see, they use that. That's how we all get propagandized, man. Every bad guy in the 70s and 80s movies was the Russian, was the Soviets, and that's all back again. We've all been lied to. When I'm watching Stephen Colbert call her an Assad apologist, it was just insane. Smart friends of mine, a friend of mine who hates Trump, so liberal, voted for the Clinton, voted for Obama. When Trump shot rockets at Syria the first time in April of 2017, and I said, he's bombing Syria. And my friend, who's smart, who has a science degree from college, who's married to a woman who has a science degree, goes, yeah, but you saw the footage of the people getting gassed. He had to. Like, that's how powerful the propaganda is. So they can do that on somebody that smart, who has that critical thinking skills, who has this, like, he has a very science brain, analyze the data, analyze the facts. He saw that footage and it worked on him. So of course you see many of these Trump supporters, many of them who don't have great educations, they're just completely propagandized. Everyone's been propagandized. And part of it is they propagandize us to hate each other, to fight with each other. So don't feel bad. Like, I didn't like when I heard Obama was drone striking everybody, but I didn't speak up enough. Because I thought, oh, if I'm too critical of Obama, then I'm going to sound like some Republican Fox News guy. Well, that's bullshit. And that's why I do this show. So you hope we're all guilty. We're all victims of the environment we were born into. The family we were born into, whatever crazy shit your parents were doing, you got that crazy shit in your head. The neighborhood you lived in, the community you lived in, whatever the overall thinking, group think of that neighborhood community, did everyone go to this one church? Did everybody, whatever that is, even this, that we all rooted for this team or that team, whatever that group think is. Your parents were Republicans, you were a Republican. Your parents were Democrats, you were a Democrat, right? More than likely. Your parents were Lutheran, you were a Lutheran. So we're born into that. We're all victims of that. We're all victims of being in America or the West or wherever we were born. Wherever we were born, we're all victims of the people in charge running it, feeding us bullshit. And hopefully, if you're lucky, like most of us here, we've woken up and now we just want the goddamn truth. I just want the goddamn truth. Shaving knuckles for justice. Sam Dean, shaving knuckles for justice, Sam. On a good note, Oz and the UK are working together on a vaccine. Trump wants the USA to own and patent a cure, but the rest of us are collaborating. It's looking pretty good so far, mate. Stay hopeful. Yeah, and I thank you for sharing that, Sam, because we do need to talk good news. And that's the thing with regard to COVID. The whole world, look, as dumb as America is, there's just too much money to be made in some type of therapy or vaccine. First, I think what's going to happen in the next 12 months, they're going to come up with a therapy that minimizes it to where you're not going to die or have to be hooked to a ventilator or whatever. Like if you get, I've talked about this before, I had bronchitis a couple years ago. It was bad. They gave me medication. It got better. So you can show up in the hospital with really bad COVID symptoms. They're going to give you this treatment and it's going to get, and you're going to get this treatment. And I really think like that's going to happen and it's going to minimize and maybe even a vaccine too that just like knocks it out. So I think, yeah, I feel comfortable like that's going to happen. There's just too much money to be made to do it. Oh, I hope I'm not in this country when it happens. Or the remdesivir, it's $3,000 a pop. Like this. Oh, Jesus. So I trust that these other countries, and when they're seeing how dumb America is, they're just going to make their own shit, and we're going to have to just go overseas and whatever, man. Have people like you ship it to us in a Hello Kitty box or something, so we can, I don't know what the fuck. Oh. So 350 likes. Hit the like button, citizens of Gotham. Unit number 5150. Shave them, 5150. Graham, stop picking on drunks. Most of the best people I know are drunks. Plenty of them are really good people. I don't like the disease of alcoholism. The people are fine. The disease of alcoholism, I don't like. Oh, JH Scott 6, shave them, JH. Keep speaking out against the propaganda. Thank you. Thank you. I will. Once you see how they propagandize us, you can see how easily they can get us divided and fighting with each other and all this stuff. Anna Bird retired. What's up, Anna Bird? Just learned that DHS, Department of Homeland Security name, has its roots in Austria, Nazi Germany, Hermerschutz. Names in history important. I'm shook. Of course, I know. It's scary. I know. We're using, this is what, it's scary. What just happened in Portland last week? Military and people in military garb with no names or identification or rank or anything like that just come out of an unmarked van and snatch somebody up. That's terrifying. That's secret police shit. That's like what Pinochet did. That's what all these dictators did. They just snatch people up off the street. That's scary. That's KGB, man. That's messed up. Americans need to wake. It's not like, oh, it's starting. It might happen. No, it's happening right now in real time. It just happened in Portland. It's happening. Chelsea Manning, Julian Assange. It's happening. They've been doing this for a while, since the goddamn Patriot Act. DC, shave your knuckles for justice. As much as I enjoy your work and share many of your viewpoints, you are just as much of a sellout as Tulsi for backing Bernie, who backed Biden. Well, you haven't been paying attention to the show, DC. As soon as Bernie backed Biden, I called him a sellout. I called Tulsi a sellout. I've called Bernie a sellout. I was very critical of Bernie before he dropped out. When he kept saying, my good friend Joe Biden, I would say that at every debate, why is he saying that? Why is he going so nice on Joe Biden? Why is he doing that? And when watch my video in March. When Bernie, I called Bernie a sellout, just like I called Tulsi a sellout. So you haven't been watching everything. Thank you for supporting the show, but you got to watch everything before you criticize me. Otherwise, you don't know what you're talking about. Enjoy that. 372 likes. This is all just the logical conclusions of our collective actions. Campfire got people worked up in Portland, yeah. Please check out Rothschilds, Epstein, Biden, multiple islands. Have you heard anything? Oh, the Rothschilds are good people. Stop going after them. They're just a family that wants to help. No, they're the root of it. I have heard some of that stuff. It doesn't surprise me that they're all tied in. It doesn't surprise me that, like, Epstein's island, are there multiple islands? There has to be. I think the reason they killed Epstein was he was just bringing too much attention to what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if there's islands like that all over the place. They just snatch up kids and take them to some island in some country that they can buy an island, get away with whatever they want. They're rich. They can fly in and out. There's no flight manifest. They can pull your yachts in and out. They pay off whatever government officials who would normally monitor that. It wouldn't surprise me at all. This has been happening for centuries, I think. I mean, I'm hearing that they like found children's bones buried under Benjamin Franklin's house or something. I don't know. That's crazy conspiracy right now. I don't know that. I just heard some people talking about that. And I'm not saying that's a fact. It is a fact or not a fact. I don't know. My point is, this global sex trafficking ring, this raping of children has been going on a long time. Centuries. It's centuries. It's all coming undone. Alcoholism is a disease. Yes, it is. American Medical Association calls it a disease. The Vanderbilts are good people. Yeah, why doesn't Bernie talk about Epstein? None of them do. Bernie isn't. No one's talking about Epstein. The mainstream media isn't talking about it. Oh, they get Ghislaine Maxwell. They talk about it a little bit, but they can't because they're owned by the billionaire sex trafficking pedophiles. Guess who owns the media, kids? Billionaires do. And what do billionaires do? Whatever the fuck they want. You know? It's insane. The sick shit ain't limited to the elites. It's widespread for sure. Yes, pedophiles can be anybody of any socioeconomic status, any ethnicity, any background. Absolutely true. My point is, the global network that makes billions of dollars, that is the elites. That is the elites. They're horrific, man. Benjamin Franklin was an avowed Satanist Luciferian, not tinfoil hat land. It's what he was about spiritually. I didn't know any about that. I didn't need to see more evidence, but at this point, Granny Petrol's too sexy for this shirt. Sam Dane shaving knuckles for justice. 388 likes. John Coyne, what's up, John? Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Thanks for supporting the show, John. I really appreciate it. And when you're in a position to support the way you have today, you're also helping all of the people who watch this show that maybe have lost their jobs because of COVID and money's tight or whatever, which I've gotten a lot of that. You know, my Patreon money has dipped a little. My Super Chat money's dipped a little because 90% of my money comes from all of you. So, and everyone's like, lost my job, COVID, you know, which I get, you know, we're in tough times. So I just want to thank you again. When you throw the bigger number donations out there, you're actually paying for some people that can't. So that's a really cool thing you're doing. Graham, my dad taught me everything I know. I've worked for him as a brick pointer all my life. Since I was 18, I've worked with him every day. He watches mainstream media and he's starting to move to the right, despite my constant ridicule. Yeah, I know. And like, that's why it's so hard for us, like progressive socialists, is people we love and respect and trust and look up to are like saying the craziest shit because they're getting lied to and they're drinking it, they're believing it. And, you know, we've also, one of the things we've been propagandized is the presentation. So someone like your dad, sounds like a smart guy, worked hard his whole life, watches this show and goes, some comedian with his crazy shirt in front of a TV. That's not a slick studio. So why can I trust him? I would argue, and many of you probably would too, this is why you can trust me, is because I don't wear a slick outfit. There isn't a Boeing logo behind me and then Pepsi and then, but yeah, man, I get it, John. It's that's the thing that's so hard. People you like, trust, respect, think are really smart, they say this shit. I had a family member 4 years ago. Yeah, single payer healthcare. I like it, but it's pie in the sky. They said pie in the sky. That was talking points from the Hillary Clinton campaign. How are we going to pay for Medicare for all? That was, I mean, you saw it in real time watching just these past Democratic debates. This panel of millionaire journalists from whatever corporate network was hosting the debate, would ask these loaded questions to Bernie about Medicare for how are you going to pay for it? Your plan costs $50. Why would you? And then they literally would cut to a commercial from a big pharmaceutical company or an insurance company. And everyone on that panel, except for Bernie, was taking big money from them. It was just like, it's preposterous, man. Ben Franklin's time in Europe. What's up, Cat B? Didn't see you in the chat. Good to have you here. Jay Bird. I think alcoholism is an addiction. Yes, it is. Your body gets physically addicted to it. DC, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. HHS, trafficked children under Obama and nobody cared. Yeah, of course. It's been going on for a long time. And all these vote any blue will do Democrats just refuse to acknowledge Bill Clinton being on the plane 26 times. Hillary was on twice. Hillary and Bill went to the compound in New Mexico. Ghislaine Maxwell was at their daughter's wedding. And I know like some friends of mine, women I love, trust, that are smart, sharp women who big feminists voted for Hillary, and they just don't want to hear that. They just were like, well, she probably didn't know. He tricked her. Like, they wouldn't said that to me. And she's someone I like. She's so awesome. She's such a smart friend of mine. And I'm not mad at her. She hasn't followed the case the way I have. She watched the Netflix thing. And I was like, wow, that's the message. That's what that Netflix message is to get people liberally lefties to go, oh, how could maybe Bill's guilty, but she couldn't have known. Women don't do that. Oh, really? Ghislaine Maxwell? She's a pedophile. Like, they just don't want to own it. Just like the Trumper wingnuts are like, Trump's not tied to Epstein. He's actually he's arresting all these people. Like, those people are nuts. You see how both sides are propaganda. Why are they both propagandized? Specifically with Epstein, why do the diehard Trumpers, ask yourself, why do the diehard Trumpers think he's actually secretly arresting all these people? And then why do the Hillary supporters refuse to acknowledge all these clear ties? Neither side wants to acknowledge the clear ties to keep us divided. One side thinks, oh, the Clintons, the Clintons and the Democrats, they're pedophiles. Like, literally, red state people say this. Republicans say that, oh, and they don't want to acknowledge the clear ties Trump has to Prince Andrew, to Epstein, to Ghislaine Maxwell. They don't want to acknowledge it. It's the same thing. The liberal vote any blue will do crowd. Trump's evil. He's guilty. He's got ties to Epstein. But Bill Clinton, I don't know. Tara Reid, can we believe her? It's insanity. It's insanity. It's this stupid team tribalism nonsense. And they're beginning played. You can see how the ruling elites are like, well, we'll keep everybody divided enough. Because, again, I've said this before. If everybody gets together, just with regard to the Epstein thing, if everybody got together on that and went, wait a minute. If these Trump supporters went, wait a minute. Trump, Biden, the Clintons, they're all in on this. We got to take them out. They're done. The ruling class lives in fear. They live in fear. Not enough, but they live in fear. And same thing, the people on the left, they hate Trump so badly, and there's a lot to hate the guy for, but they refuse to look at it. They don't want to see the bombs Obama dropped. They don't want to see the Podesta emails. They don't want to see them. They just don't want to see them. So it's just like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's just like somebody with fucking track marks, and you go, you have a heroin addiction. Oh, I just use it to get through the day. Like, they don't want to hear it. They're nuts. Everyone's nuts. Everyone's off their fucking mind. Alexandro Botelho, Shaking Knuckles for Justice. All people are equal and unified. No lie can change the truth. Therefore, division exists only in our minds in the extent that we have chosen. That sounds like hippie bullshit. No, I'm kidding. No, that's such a great point, Alexandro. I mean, exactly. If we all just looked at the truth and let go of this my team versus your team crap, right? Then we would all be united. and you see why they have to, and why their propaganda is so sophisticated. Why do you think the CIA did MK Ultra? To defeat our enemies, to protect America? No. To keep control of the masses. And one of the ways you control the masses is keep people divided. There's that first week after George Floyd was murdered, all 50 states had protests. The ruling class was shitting bricks. I guarantee it. They were like terrified. Because all it would have taken, like in LA, somebody at one of those big protests get on a bullhorn and go, we're going to Jeff Bezos' house. He's worth $150 million. We're going to seize control of that house and we're going to give it to the homeless. That would have just happened. And they know that. That's why cops protect the ruling class. Cops aren't protect and serve you and I. They protect and serve the ruling class. That's what that protect and serve says on their cop. That's who it's for. They're protecting and serving the billionaires. Find me one photo of a cop putting their knee on the neck of a billionaire. Find me one of those. Any cops pulling up in unmarked vans and just scooping up billionaires and throwing them in a van and taking them off to jail? I'd love to see that. Anyone ever see that? And then their high-priced lawyers go, hey, this is a crime. And they go, The police serve the ruling class. It's very clear. It's very clear. Name a religion that doesn't promote pedophilia. I would say Buddhism. Thanks for your support, Graham. You got it, Progressive News Daily. They know we're too stupid to unite. That's why they don't fear us. But when anyone unites everybody, that's when they always... That's why anybody that ever comes along that unites people... That's why anyone that unites people... Like when Dr. King and Malcolm X started to come on the same page. Uh-oh, the whole black community is united. They're not divided between the Nation of Islam and the civil rights. Uh-oh, those guys got Bobby Kennedy starting to unite people. Boom. Fred Hampton's uniting working class Southern whites and the Black Panthers. Uh-oh, take them out anytime, anytime. That's why they let Trump be president. He's great. He keeps the country divided. It's fantastic. Bernie Sanders is uniting all these people. We'll get rid of him one way or another. John Coyne, Shaven House for Justice. I'm willing to buy psychedelics for every patron of the show. Let's go. Might be some legal issues on my end, John, if I support that, but I appreciate the sentiment. Very heartwarming. Thanks, brother. Cops equals slave patrol. You got that right. Howie Hawkins has also controlled opposition. Mary, very well may be. Yeah, they killed Malcolm X when he started realizing negotiating wasn't bad. Yeah, when he was the big, scary black guy, he was great. He was very useful. Oh, hey, America, white America, be scared of that guy. Oh, there's the bad, scary black man. And, oh, he's keeping black people divided between the, like I said, the MLK, civil rights, peaceful nonviolence, and by any means necessary. That was great. Oh, good, we got the black community divided. Great. Yeah, they choose... Jenny Miko, what's up? They choose Trump to do the dirty work because of global climate change. Yep. I know what's coming. Yeah, I know. Jesus. Have you heard the new Bob Dylan song, Murder Most Foul, about the JFK assassinations? No, I have not. Wow. I have not. 415 likes, right on. Oh, you know what? That's why they've all built underground bunkers. Pat the Batman's fans, right? Yeah, all the ruling class all has these bunkers, and they want to get on Elon Musk's spaceship to get out of here when the climate collapse. That's their plan. Which, if the environment is collapsing and we're all going to die, and I see some billionaires trying to get on a spaceship, I will blow myself up to stop that. I do not want the human race carried on by those assholes. Either you save all of us or we all go down. I would absolutely. Graham, would you be willing to down with giving Bezos a huge monument like size of Mount Rushmore if he were to give up his entire fortune and dedicate all the money to time to truly help him? Yes, I would. If he had some switch of fate, which most billionaires are sociopaths and they won't, I would. If he said, I'm giving all my money away, I'm going to move into a little 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm going to fix homelessness, done, fixing it, giving everybody college, and just did it and made this country a better place and unionize all his workers, which if every Amazon and Whole Foods employee got good union wages and health benefits, we would all benefit from that. Because when you have a large portion of the population making good wages, then they would all spend it on all of the businesses we run, all of us. And I'm a small business owner. Many of you are small business owners. Wherever you work, there'd be more money in the economy rather than all tied up in his homes and offshore accounts or whatever. If he did that, I would say, yeah. If he said, I want a Mount Rushmore built to me because he's an egomaniac, but I'll give up all my money, I'd say, yeah, all right. If not, there's those people who put a guillotine outside of his home in D.C. So you got options, Jeff. Those assholes want to be like Ozymandias, yeah. It's one of the super chats. Hello, super chat. Oh no, I did chance. The kingdom of God is within. Disclaimer that God might be God. That's fucking funny, dude. Fuck David Blaine doing magic tricks for Bezos. Do I support Howie Hawkins for POTUS? Nah, he's a Russiagator, and then I hear all this corruption within that party, and I don't. I'm sorry. They need to really go after Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura is a known person who would unite. He would bring people who don't vote to vote. He would get some libertarians to vote. He'd maybe get some libertarians are more open to third party than you think. Because to become a libertarian, you had to change you had to go, I want to find a third party. We have libertarians who come on the show and debate or even discuss stuff because they're willing to hear other ideas. They weren't just, well, my dad's a Republican, so I'm a Republican. They go, most of them were probably raised Republican, and they had issues with the Republican Party. But they chose to choose a third party says you're already open to different types of government, different types of political parties. Yeah. Occupy News Paradigm. What's so great about the illiterate noise coming out of record labels the past 15 years? It goes back before that. I mean, I did an article, a video on the fact that private prison industry had a secret meeting with record executives in, I think, 1989 to get them to push gangster rap because gangster rap would incite more criminal behavior, which would get more money for private prisons. It's all bullshit. Does Ventura still believe that the Nazis put fluoride into the water to control the Jews? Is that something he said? I didn't know that. Seriously, though, can you please sing I'm Too Sexy as Granny Petrol to close the show? It'd be super funny. You got it, my friend. John Coyne, buy your drugs on the internet. TOR. Thanks, John. Good service. John Coyne, RIP, my front door. DC, thanks for supporting the show. Check out the Libertarian Socialist Caucus of the Libertarian Party. See, that's cool. I've met libertarians, they come on the show, and some of their ideas they're like, free market is great. I don't agree with that. They're just, hey, everyone figure it out themselves. But they're open to it. Check out the Libertarian Socialist Caucus of the LP. Thank you for sharing that with us. Check that out, folks. If I came to your pad and trashed and burned it, would I be a peaceful protester or a effing lunatic or anarchist? What was the intent of you burning my home? Because if you're referencing to the looters, many of the looters, that's a socioeconomic. That's a response to a socioeconomic situation. So Dr. King talked about this. He goes, rioting and looting doesn't just happen out of nowhere. The looting that happened here in Santa Monica, where I live, a lot of it was like people frustrated and pissed off. They live in parts of LA that aren't that nice. They don't have the options. And they're like, there's a huge wealth inequity. So that was a more even distribution of wealth. I'm going to go to this big fancy store and take a bunch of boxes of shoes, and I'm going to sell some of them on the street because I know I can make money and I need to eat. You say, come to my home and burn it down. Well, there's a reason why you would go to somebody's home to burn it down. If I lived in a $10 million home, so you're coming to a guy in a one-bedroom rent-controlled apartment. That's where you want to burn that down? Well, then, I don't know. Maybe you're just a dick. But the looting of expensive stores, and some mom-and-pop stores got hit, which sucks, which absolutely sucks. But a decades in the making, if not centuries in the making, wealth inequity has been created, and people in black and brown neighborhoods they have less stuff. I mean, they don't have day spas and Jamba Juice and high-end stores and REI with expensive camping and outdoor equipment. They don't have those stores. Like, I've been to South Central LA. They don't have that. They got check cashing. They got fast food. They got liquor stores. They don't even have like grocery stores with organic and healthy food in a lot of times. There's food deserts. So they come to a nice neighborhood and go, shit, I want some of this. I'm not happy it happened. It really was scary and it bummed me out, but I understand what created an environment to allow that to happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. In Beverly Hills, they threw a rock through the Gucci store and spray painted "Eat the Rich" on the side. And people stole a bunch of Gucci bags. You know what they did? They probably sold them on the street to pay their bills. The grocery store by me got hit on May 31st. At that point, I didn't get my unemployment until June 5th. So at that point, I had gotten $1,200 and a couple of grand in EIDL money because I own a company. But if I was just a road comic and I didn't have this show, I would have been behind on my rent. June 1st was the next day, which would have been maybe I would have been able to pay April's rent. Probably not May, or maybe May. At the very least, I would have not had money to pay June's rent, and I would have known it. I'd have been out of money, out of savings, and I couldn't float anymore. And I don't know. I might have put a mask on and gone into that grocery store and gotten some food. And I'm a college-educated white guy with no criminal record. And I was at that point. I see how that situation happens. And let alone now, unarmed black people are just getting killed and constantly they're being lynched. It's horrific. So I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. I'm coming to your nice white neighborhood and I'm going to smash that store open and I'm going to steal that shit. I get it. And if we don't deal with the wealth inequities in this country, this is how powerful, this is how empires collapse. The distance between the haves and the have-nots gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And finally, the have-nots are always more than the haves. And they go, done. I'm done. I'm done. Anthony, high-speed rail and better transit, broken promises. You got that right, Anthony. You got that right. The poor are there to scare the shit out of the middle class, keep them turning up to those jobs currently mouthing, I told you so. If we were hungry, we'd start robbing too. Absolutely, man. Make another vegan organic smoothie. Okay. Jeremy Chase, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in the chat in a while, brother. Good to see you. I'll steal some shit in a heartbeat if I'm hungry. Absolutely. Yeah. And we got 28 million evictions that are about to happen. Then what? Then what? And this country has the money to do it. They could do student debt forgiveness. All these SBA and EIDL loans they're giving everybody, they could just go, those are forgiven. You don't have to pay them back. Here you go. Put that money in the economy. They could just do that. They gave Wall Street $4.25 trillion. How come we didn't get any of it? Graham, your chats with Lee Camper Gold. Oh, thanks, Jeremy, man. It was Lee's idea and it's great. And so that government secrets. We're releasing it also as an audio podcast. That'll be. It takes a while to get it into Libsyn and all that. Or it's in iTunes and Spotify and all that shit. It should be in those soon, but we'll have it out. It's about to get really dicey, I know. No, Snorkwhite 2K is right. The eviction won't just be the poor. It's going to be people with decent jobs who got laid off, furloughed or whatever because of this. I mean, the person making $200,000 a year is a hell of a lot closer to the working class than to the ruling class. I mean, just think of it. Just let's say it starts at you make $1 million a year or whatever. You're $800,000 away from being a millionaire, right? You're $150,000 away from just being a middle class person, $50,000 a year, decent job, depending on where you live, cost of living. You're only $150,000 away. You're $175,000 away from being the working poor. You're $800,000 away from being a millionaire. You make $200,000 a year. That's nice. You got a nice home. You and your spouse have a couple of cars. You got a couple of kids. Maybe you even got a boat. Blah blah blah. The job goes away. Now what? Now what? I stay in a tiny home now in the woods. I want to stay away from big cities. Yeah, I know. All right, folks. I'm a libertarian. Legalize everything and leave me the fuck alone. I'm anti-capitalist, Marxist. Gramscian post-currency contributionist economically. Right on, Harry. Thanks for that. Government secrets and strippergrams with Lee and Graham. John Coyne, what's up, John? Shaving Knuckles for Justice. I'm 29. When I was a kid, around 14, I cut off my house arrest bracelet and ran from the cops almost every day for about 2 months and never feared for my life. I'm white. Yeah, I know. I've never been afraid of the cops when they pulled me over. I've never been pulled over that much, but I'm not like afraid of them. That's white. That's white privilege right there. You know? Capitalism kills free markets. What online yoga channel do you watch? There's a great, it's called doyogawithme.com. And they've got a bunch of free classes. Now you can pay for classes or download, you know, whatever, but there's a bunch of free classes. And the thing I like about it, they have all skill levels and all times, like a 20-minute beginner class that's simple. They've got hour classes, hour and a half. They've got 30 minutes. They've got all these cool, they got all these cool classes. DoYogaWithMe.com. It's great. Sean Smith. What's up, Sean? Shave your knuckles for justice. Thanks for supporting the show. We keep trying to kill a tree by ripping a leaf. Yeah, dude. I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's I'm assuming that's like a reference to like electoral politics. We'll just get a progressive in the thing. Yeah, I know. We need to uproot the whole damn tree, dude. That's a good point. I like your show and we'll be back next time. Thanks, Red. Thank you. My mic sounds odd. Your mic sounds odd. There, I just burned you. F yoga. I'm gonna stay angry. The police kill white people every day. Let's all push back together against police brutality. Yeah, I mean, the thing that the cops, geez, they have like 99% of cops that kill anybody of any ethnicity are never even charged. And if they kill a black person, then forget it. There's not even a chance. Like, we all need to push back against police brutality. Because look at all these, even the protests that have just happened. Downtown LA, Portland, Chicago, they're still happening. They're shoving and beating the shit out of everybody. White people, it's the equality of police brutality now. Just so it's all of us. They're going to come for all of us if we don't stand up, man. Anarchy has its perks, but we have to protect the people. The capitalists will kill you and not give a shit. Yeah, no, man. All right. 436 likes. Right on, folks. I've been talking for a little over 2 hours. My voice is starting to get raspy. I tried yoga for the first time last week in months. It's a great. Any of these free yoga classes online, and it's really great. I turned my phone off and I just shutted everything out and it's great. It's great. I cannot recommend yoga enough. If you ever had any chronic like back or which I've had chronic hip and back stuff, it's great for that. Police kill poor people. Let's get it right. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. You ever seen beat the shit out of or shoot a rich person? You ever seen put their knee on the neck of a rich person? Just tear gas a bunch of rich people. Just come into a country club. Get down! What? They would never do that. Never do that. You can't have equal treatment in capitalism. You're absolutely correct. Capitalism breeds racism. If you continue talking, you sound like Batman. Trump has declared war against liberal and Sunnis. Oh, Jesus, I know. All right. What's that song, Sam, we were going to sing? It was, I forget the song, Sam. God, all right, you put it in the chat. Hold on. I'm sorry, 17. Granny Petrol's too sexy for this shirt. You got it. All right, folks. Here comes Granny Petrol. Great show, everybody. Thanks for coming out. This was really cool. Do down dog for justice. No one likes the choice. It's time for ranked choice voting. And I'm going to say, before we go, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep saying this. Real change is going to come on the local level, right? Asheville, North Carolina, their city council voted for reparations for African Americans. That's one city council did that. Providence, Rhode Island heard about that. They're starting to put that, they're going to start discussing that. Defund the police on the local level. That's what it's going to take. Because then it can come from the ground up. We defund the police on the local level. Well, then defunding the military doesn't seem like such big of a leap. Hoping for this like progressive savior in the Democratic Party, forget it, man. We got to do this on the grassroots. Get on your local city council, vote for socialists, Democratic Socialists, Movement for a People's Party, Greens, get them on your city council. Get the corporate Democrats out, get the Republicans out, get them out. Anybody that's taking corporate money, get them out of there. Take over our city. We need to retake our cities. Get on the city council, run as an independent, and get these policies changed. You do it on the local level, that becomes a domino effect. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Crowd Putin puppeteer. Capitalism got to die. Granny Petrol's too sexy for the shirt. Oh, I already did that song recently? Oh. But I didn't do it as Granny Petrol, I don't think. I already did that song. I did I'm Too Sexy for This as I did it as Shatner, I think. I did Too Sexy as Shatner. But I haven't done it as Granny Petrol. Make Shimshay great again. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't done it. I need to release more Shimshay videos. I'm sorry. I'll do more Shimshays. Oh, all right. How about I Shot the Sheriff as Granny Petrol? How about that, Sam Dean? You'll get a Granny Petrol, but it's a song we haven't done in a while. I don't know if I can see Granny sing Too Sexy right before I go to bed. All right, I'm going to do I Shot the Sheriff as Granny Petrol. That's the decision. I just made an executive decision. Here we go. I'm going to tee it up. And then let me go get Granny on the stage. Hold on.
Hello. Oh, we're having a microphone. Always some microphone problem. Well, hold on. Hello. Oh, it's Granny Petrol here, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on the program today. Of course, I've got a delicious glass of oil, making me strong and vibrant. Okay, well, now there's a dispute. Some people want, I'm too sexy. Okay, you get it. Because I think I am sexy. Greta thinks I'm old and angry, but Greta hates progress. Greta hates things that are nice. Oh. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy, Greta, it hurts. I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York, and Japan. I can rhyme words however I want, Greta, because I'm not angry, getting mad at pipelines. And I'm too sexy for your party. Too sexy for your party. No way, I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, Greta, and you know what I mean. I do my little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, Greta. I do my little turn on the catwalk while you're making children not have fun because they can't play in coal mines. Why do you hate coal, Greta? Do you not like to party? I like to party, Greta. Guess what, Greta? I'm too sexy for my car. Too sexy for my car. Too sexy, Greta, by car. By far. And I'm too sexy for my hat. Too sexy for my hat. What do you think about that, Greta? You gonna have a protest? I'm a model, you know what I mean? And I do my little turn on the catwalk, Greta. On the catwalk. Yeah, I do my turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, Greta. I shake my little tush on the catwalk. You don't turn on catwalks or have fun because you're busy boycotting school. Go to school, Greta. Drink whiskey and have fun. I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy for my pipeline. I'm a model, and you know what I mean. I do my little turn on the catwalk, Greta. On the catwalk, yes, Greta. I go on the catwalk. It's like a pipeline that you get to wear fancy clothes on. But you hate pipelines. You hate people having fun, Greta. I'm too sexy for my cat, meow. Too sexy for my cat. Poor pussy cat. I don't understand those lyrics. And I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. My love's gonna leave me. And I'm too sexy for this song. Bottoms up, Greta. While you hate having fun, angry, not going to school, mad at oil and coal, I'll be dancing and partying, drinking oil. You celebrate that pipelines get cut down? Well, I celebrate drinking oil, Greta, because I'm better than you, Greta. That's right. I shake my little tush on the catwalk while you ride in some weird hippie boat across the Atlantic. Get on a plane, Greta. It's powered by oil and fuel. Oh, look, delicious coffee from a big coffee company. That's what you should be drinking, Greta. Probably drinking fruit juice or some sort of lie told you by Big Green. That's right, Greta. And the music and the fun. I don't know what these gentlemen are yelling about, but I'll tell you what, Greta. I am too sexy for yelling and more yelling. No one wants to hear what they have to say, Greta. Thanks for joining the program, ladies and gentlemen. I'll bring back one of Greta's little sycophantic rubes, Graham Elwood. Oh, I'm for a Green New Deal. Oh, I've got vegan guns. Well, I guess his guns would be a lot stronger if he had a bacon-wrapped oil can that he would drink, rather than yell about surfing and everything else. Oh, I don't like the duopoly. Do you even know what that means, Graham? You're punch-drunk on the lies of the Spinach Consortium. Plant-based diet. That sounds like a bag of lies to me, Graham. Good night, good luck to you, sir. Oh, boy. Hello. Hello. Sorry, she got all mad. She's been really feisty since all those pipelines got shut down. She's just been angrier. She's just been mean as a snake. Oh, well, thanks for watching the show, ladies and gentlemen. 459 likes. Nice live stream. You guys like the Sunday stream, don't you? All right. I've been doing Monday through Friday. Maybe I'll do Sunday through Thursday. I need to see 2 days off in a row. What do you think? What do you guys prefer? Show me in the chat right now. Do you prefer Monday through Friday or Sunday through Thursday? Because I always do Sunday at 3, and then Monday through Thursday, I'll pick different times. What do you think? What do you prefer? You missed Granny Petrol singing. Where did you go? 8 days a week. Come on now. Maybe no days off. That's not fair. I love how you stay in character and costume. It's hilarious. I'm going to post more of the Granny Petrels. Don't worry. Yes, Sunday earlier is awesome. Sunday through Thursday. Okay, that's what I was doing. Graham 24/7. Okay. That's not possible. Why do I need a vacation now? Because this takes a lot of energy, man. I'm losing my voice. The question was not, do I deserve a vacation? The question is, do you prefer Monday through Friday or Sunday through Thursday? Sam Dean, yay! Not too sexy for a pearl necklace. Thanks, Sam. Sunday through Thursday. Do what you want. Thank you. For me, I work Monday through Friday evenings and can't watch. Okay. Sunday, Big Daddy Don, Garless and the Wheels. You know what? That's why I started doing the Sunday initially and then doing weekdays, because it gives people who have different schedules another option if you can't watch every day. So we'll do that. I'll go back to Sunday through Thursday. I'm going to talk to Lee Camp and see if he can do government secrets on Thursday. On the catwalk. I shaped my little tush on the catwalk. This week, though, I'm going to be taking Wednesday off because a friend of mine's having like a big beach party thing. So I'm going to go to that. It's outside. It's socially distant.
Okay, cool. Sunday through Thursday. The people have spoken. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm hungry. You're making Gotham great again. You're shaving your knuckles for justice. And you are too sexy for this live stream. Thanks, everybody. Great show. I love doing it. Thank you. You guys I always feel better after I do this live stream. Thank you.